first language, and I didn't know most of the crew. I didn't know them because usually you choose your friends, no, to work with. But the Canadian producer was very smart to like really choose like a lot of like professional and creative, amazing people. So I felt very, how do you say, like, I forgot the word. Like,
yeah.
like taken care of.
Like I
taken
do
care of.
after this movie.
I think that was like a very good part of my Canadian producer, that the people that he introduced for me, like I could choose, no? Like they gave me, like, for example, 2 CVs, like this is your option of production designer, this is another option. But I didn't know them really, so it was a little bit of the options that I got from my producer, which were great.
How come you didn't do the movie in your first language?
Because I started writing the script in Los Angeles, so in my head, the singer was so famous that he had houses all over the world. so in my imagination, he was always very famous, and I thought that in USA, it's more common to have like museums like this. This is based like in Elvis, no? The Graceland of Elvis. I thought this could happen in USA, no? And it's not so Latin maybe to have a museum house.
Not so Swedish either. We try. We have an ABBA museum. Like we're really trying hard to pull it off. No one goes.
I read about it.
Yeah. What kind of work did you do with the actors?
Well, with actors, just my main actor, Douglas, I had time to rehearse with him. So we talked a lot, and we rehearsed how a person with low self-esteem, how he would walk. Because of course he's very cute, he's very tall, but we worked a lot in his, if you have like zero self-esteem, how would you walk, no? It's a little bit,
yeah.
I don't know the word.
You don't work with like a book on your head.
Exactly. Yeah. And we worked with that a lot. And then what happens when you have really great actors like Zoe Kravitz and Carrie-Anne Moss is that they don't have a lot of time to rehearse because they live in other countries, they're working. So that's the bad part of having great actors, that they arrive one day before, maybe.
Wow,
so
I didn't know that.
Zoe, I rehearsed a little bit with her, but Carrie-Anne arrived one night before. So it was like I prepared my script and...
How did you prepare yourself as a director when you had so little time with the actors before going on set? Didn't that make you nervous?
Actually, I was telling a friend that is here that I met in my workshop, Jacob. I met him in LA in my workshop, and actually I was telling him that I wrote a post-it and I put it next to my bed in my lamp that said enjoy it. Because if I don't read that post-it, like the shooting goes so fast and you don't enjoy what you prepare for 3 or 4 years of your life, no?
Yes.
And you actually forget. So I had to write the paper, and I kept reading every day, like enjoy it, enjoy it.
Enjoy yourself.
So I really was nervous the first day, but the rest went out great.
Enjoy yourself. I think it's a really good lesson. So what's your next project?
It's actually in Sweden.
Really?
It's
Is it in the ABBA museum?
Actually, it could be. It's a Mexican family that goes on a tour in Sweden.
Really? Where in Sweden?
Well, this is my first time in Sweden, so I wrote the script, but based in in what I found in the web, like the tours that they take. But actually, this is my first time, so it's probably gonna change a lot. And then this family, this man, he has like a midlife crisis and hides from his family.
Okay, during the trip?
During the tour.
All right, so what did you learn from this process, and what will you take on to this Sweden Mexican family man running away from his family project?
Well, it sounds funny, but it's a drama now.
The next one. Are you sure?
It's a drama. I want to try other genres, no?
Yeah, but what did you learn? What are you taking with you?
Well, I learned that, I have several projects at the same time. I think that with cinema you have to have several, no, and see which comes first, no. I think it's very disappointed. Like this film, I went to shoot in 2010 in Toronto, and then I lost half of the money. Half of the producers were Spanish before. Before it was a Spanish-Canada co-production.
Okay.
1 year later, it changed to Mexico-Canada, no? But everything stopped 1 year in Toronto. The office was shut down. I got really depressed. I was like, no, it cannot happen to me,
Yes,
no?
I understand.
Because you were already there and working, and everything shut down. And I got very depressed for more than 6 months. And then a year later, we got the money from Mexico, no? But now I think you need to have like maybe 2 projects and see what happens, no? Because
Yeah,
it's very
you never
difficult.
know where it's
You
going
never
to
know.
take you. I have like loads of questions. Does anyone else have something to say? I'm gonna open up the room. Yes, a question over here. I can give you my mic. Thank you. You're welcome.
You said you intended it for it to be a comedy, and then it turned out to be more of a drama. Do you regret that, or do you wish that you'd put more comedic elements, or did you like the way it turned out?
No, I like it. I think it's called a dramedy, but in Hollywood, in USA, you can say dramedy and everybody understands. In Mexico, there's not such a big industry, so if I say dramedy, nobody understands. No, it doesn't exist. A dramedy.
But it makes you curious
in
as
Mexico,
well.
it's like comedy or drama, no? And we're usually more dramatic. But no, but it actually exists. It's also called a coming of age story, no? And no, I don't regret it. But the first part, yes, while he's growing up, it's not so comedic. No?
Any other questions?
But I always knew that it's not a comedy like to laugh the whole film. No, I didn't. I was not interested in like laughing like of the film.
In my personal opinion, I think it's quite a movie, like depending on what mode you are in yourself. Like I could sit and cry and watch it, or like laugh my ass off, depending on how my day is. Any other questions? Okay, then I would like to talk about casting. What do you think about when you cast? Do you know what you're looking for when you're like, okay, now we're going to do this boy, and we have 15 boys? Or how do you work with casting?
I knew I wanted him to be cute because it was based on a real girl that I saw in the web, and I wanted somebody that he's handsome, but he has very low self-esteem. I knew that. And then the Zoe Kravitz came really like at the last moment, and I thought they were great together. And the girl, I wanted her to be not physical. I didn't think of the physical, but more outgoing. No, he's a little bit shy, and I wanted a girl that could have energy. And I made casting for other actresses that are really good actresses, but didn't have so much energy as her. And I think, I was thinking about that more than a physical part on her.